Hi, this is Troy Rackley with the Limitless You. I'm going to tell you about one of my own Limitless You stories. When I was in high school, as an 11th grader, I watched my mother put my brother through college. She worked 3 jobs, we were living in the projects, and she was a single parent raising 4 children. The struggles that she had trying to make ends meet was just insurmountable at times. And I realized that in one more year I was going to graduate and look to go on to college myself. But I didn't want to put her through that pain that I saw her go through. So I realized that at the time I had a really good talent of football. So my goal was my senior year, at the end of it, was to get a scholarship and not have to pay for it in terms of dollars. Well, I set that as my goal, but realizing that at that time, for every 1,200 high school athletes, there was one Division I scholarship to go around. So you had to be the elite of the elite. And so I started off my first game dedicating my season to my mom. And the very first game I made the tackle. At the bottom of the pile, I had a gentleman who's now a friend of mine twist my ankle until it cracked. I went to the sideline, got it taped up, played the rest of the game. After that, I went to the hospital to get an x-ray because it had really swollen up once I got off the adrenaline. And what ended up happening was they took x-rays and the doctor came in and said, "Son, your ankle is broken, your season is over." And I said, that can't be, because my mother's face flashed across my eyes, the exhaustion and the tiredness, and I just thought, I got to find an answer. Well, lo and behold, right next door to me was an athletic trainer that came from a local university that said to me, "If you're willing to give us a visit when you're done and you start to look at schools, we'll make a rubber cast that you can play with." And I thought, the dream's alive again. I said, "You got a deal." So they made me a rubber boot. So I practiced partially that next week, but it was pretty obvious that I had something on my ankle with extreme protection written around it. And so what happened was the other opposing team was going for my ankle. So on one particular play in our second game, a gentleman went right for my ankle and I blocked his helmet with my hand. Well, I thought it was just a sprain, so I went to the sideline, got it taped up. Once again, after the game, went right back to the hospital, get an x-ray. And unfortunately for me, it was a clean break right across my hand. And the doctor says, "Your season's over, this is going to take 8 weeks to heal." I said, "No, I'm going to phone a friend, my season is not over." So I called my local friend at the university and said, "Well, now I need a rubber cast for my hand." So for the rest of the season, I played with a rubber cast on my hand and a rubber cast on my foot, just so I could play. And the end goal at the end of it was I ended up getting multiple Division I full scholarship offers, and my dream was realized. So I called my mom down to the school when I was going to sign my letter of intent, just to let her know that I needed to choose a school. And so when she came down, she asked me, she said, "Well, which school are you going to choose?" And I told her, and she said, "What's it going to cost?" And I said, "Not 1 red cent." I said, "I got a full scholarship." Well, she wondered what I had on my hand and what I had on my ankle, because I didn't wear my boots at home for obvious reasons. So she was very angry with me that I played with a broken hand and a broken ankle, but she was also very proud of me that I would persevere to reach such a goal. And that's the point here, is when you lock in, laser focused on a goal, nothing can stop you unless you allow it to. So for me, I thought to myself, it meant more to me to play with pain than to see the pain on my mother's face trying to help me get through school. So that's why when I say, when you set a goal, be limitless. Because the limitless you, it can be done.